Hey everybody, welcome back to Wednesday in the Midweek Challenge at lunch. I'm glad you're here. Today I want us to look toward Sunday. Well, what's Sunday? Well, this Sunday is Mother's Day, or Mum's Day as they say in Australia or Great Britain. And I want us to celebrate moms and really the forgotten power of the glory of motherhood. Now, sometimes it's a physical power. Kind of reminds me of that one guy who said, my mother taught me about the circle of life. She said, I brought you into this world and I could take you out of this world. But I'm talking more than just that. I'm talking about the divine influence that God gave to mothers over their kids. Here's an illustration. President Lincoln preserved the Union, worked for the abolishment of slavery. Lincoln said this, that all that I am or ever hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. And it's that type of influence that I think that we've forgotten somewhat in our greater culture today. Now, one of the things about our culture today is that we recognize women can do so many things. Doctors, astronauts, whatever. And I got to tell you, if there's a lady running for president and I agree with her philosophy, I agree with her doctrine, I agree with her practice, I'll vote for her gladly. I'll celebrate. But I think we've forgotten just this idea of the power of simple, glorious motherhood. Despite whatever else they might do, the glory of motherhood, and that's the challenge today, to remember that. Now, being a mother is risky. We need to think about that. Just the physical changes to her life that go on in motherhood. The lack of control. There's no longer any control. The sacrifice, the feeling that I've put my life on hold until this critter grows up. The feeling of, man, this is a very slow investment, and it is a slow investment. But think about the rewards of motherhood. That God is faithful to what we do in faith. I'm thinking about Moses in Exodus chapter 2, how his mother went through huge risk for Moses to be born and to be brought up, and how she sent him out. But God used her and used Moses to eventually bring the children of Israel out of Egypt because his mother had faith. And the realization of the investment that will not return void, the realization of the impact that a mother can have into the world. Thinking about America again, two Washingtons come to mind. Number one, George Washington, first president of the United States, and all that he did. And he made a comment one time talking about his beautiful mother, where he said this, I attribute all of my success in my life to the moral, intellectual, and physical education I received from my mother. Washington, the founder of America, said it's because of my mother. And then another Washington, a guy that I like, Denzel Washington, a great actor today. Denzel Washington said this, my mother never gave up on me. I messed up all the time at school and they kept sending me home and my mother kept sending me back. She invested in him and he became the great man he is today. So ladies, I just want you to smile. I want you to celebrate who you are. I don't want you to listen to the lies of the world that says it's not enough. You've got to do all this. Now, you can do all this, but the idea of the glory of motherhood, listen to the still small voice of God who is wooing you and challenging you and encouraging you. Now, guys, I want to kick you in the tail. I just want to challenge you to get up and really honor the ladies in your life. Honor your mother, honor your wives, honor your daughters who may be mothers someday. And make sure the kids do the same thing. Make sure that your kids do not disrespect their mom, but they honor their mom. Now, for me, I want to honor my mom. Mom, I want to thank you for just being there, and the adventure in my heart that you saw, that you recognized, you've got that in your life as well, and you fostered that for this passion that I have within me for the world today. And I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank my wife, Debbie, the Debster, the best babe on the planet, for all the little things you did in raising our children, especially when they were young. Here's a tiny illustration. You know, I'm a slow reader. I didn't start reading, a lot until I got into ministry and got into graduate school, and I read all the time now, but I read very slow. But all 4 of our kids are phenomenal readers. They read fast, they read well, they retain. They got that from you, not from me. And all the little things that you do. And now you're out in the world and you're pursuing an MDiv and you're teaching and you're leading, you're doing all kinds of great things. But you made a choice when they were young to be there with them. And I want to thank you for that. So for everybody, with Mother's Day, just go out there and love on those ladies really well. For now, be strong, and I'll see you again next week.